Hey, sorry about that. I seem to have got a problem with Restream, so I'm just going to continue the stream and I'll stitch them together post go live, and we can have the whole thing kind of connected together. So let me just send out a note about that. Let's see if this is going to pick up for everyone. So who've got just joined the stream? I can see one person has at least joined again. Let's go over to content. So I'll carry on in a second. There we go. I've got 2 people now joining. There we go. I don't know why it's got the weird name there. We'll change that afterwards. I see people are now joining back in. Good, good, good. I'll just give a couple of seconds for people to join back in, and then we shall carry on with where we were up to. Sorry about that. There we go. I didn't do anything, Martin. It just disconnected on its own. I think there must have been an issue with Restream, so yeah. Cool, right, well I'll let people continue joining, and they can just basically just rewind. There we go, I can see people have started to join back. So where we're up to then, let's go back over here. So we're just going to talk about some network basics. Let me just bring this back up on here. So yeah, so we want to try and find our IP address. We want to see where we are up to. So let's go back over to Raspberry Pi and carry on. So yeah, so we can type in ifconfig, but that has a bit too much information. What we want to do is have like a more simplified view of that. You can type in IP space A, and that'll give you pretty much the similar kind of information, but we can use that grep command, so we can pipe in the output of IP A into grep, and then we can type in either the name of the interface that we're interested in, like Ethernet 0, or we can even type in like 192.168 dot whatever, and it'll then show us the different connections that we've got. So you can see there we've got iNet 192.168.169, and we've also got the other one there, which is 215. They're the 2 different connections that I have on there. So we can do some commands such as we can ping Google, not Poogle, Google. No idea what Poogle is. So if you ping, what that will do, a bit like a submarine pinging out a message, it will try and reach the server, and it'll tell you how long it took to do that. So it's sending 64 bytes from this particular connection, and you can see there how long it's taking to get there. So you can just see that scrolling up just where my little head is there. If I just move out the way, you can see there it's taking like 11.8 milliseconds. So it's like really quick. And it'll carry on doing that forever, so just control C out of that. And we can also use like the SSH command. So this is a secure shell, and you need to have an account on the other computer you're connecting to. So if you've got more than one Raspberry Pi that are on your network, I've got more than one Raspberry Pi on my network. So if I do 192.168.2.1, for example, with the kev command, I can type in my password. And I'm now logged into Dev1, which is another one of my Raspberry Pis. I can exit out of that. But it's a way of connecting to more than one Raspberry Pi. Now, if we want to copy files across from one computer to another, we can do that using the scopy command. So scp. So if I want to copy, for example, that Dummies Guide to the Internet over to my other Raspberry Pi, I can use scp. I can say that this is going to copy, let's say, let me see if I get this right. So if I do kev at 192.168.2.1, and I'm going to copy this to, I need to say what I'm copying, so I'm going to copy that dummies.txt, and I'm going to copy it to 192.168.2.1, and then where we want to save that, so we have the colon and then we have the path. So if I say colon path home/kev, I need to type in the password of the machine I'm copying it to, and it's now copied that across. So if I SSH into that other computer, let's just log back into that one if I type my password right, which I didn't do again. Let's just do that one more time. You can see now that we are in there. If I do ls, we've now got dummies.txt copied over correctly. There we go, dummies.txt. So that's how we can copy files from one Raspberry Pi to another. And it can also work the other way around. So that Raspberry Pi 6.txt, that looks quite interesting. Let's copy that to this machine. So we can do scp. We can then type in the name of the machine we want to copy from, so 192.168.2.1. We can say where the file is. So it was under home/kev/raspberry pi raspberry pi _6.txt, and then we can say where we want to save this to. So we can just save this to the current folder, like dot, for example. So if we now do ls, we've now got Raspberry Pi 6. Quick, let's check what that's all about. So Raspberry Pi 6, it says some secret stuff. So we can copy files to a remote server and from a remote server using SCP. There is also a command, I'll not go into this one too much today, but there's one that's called rsync. That sounds terrible, but this is a way of copying files from one server to another and synchronizing all the differences. You can say just copy the changes, or copy everything over, or only copy what hasn't changed. I don't know if I said that already. So rsync is a really cool command. You can do man rsync to read more about that. So it's a really, really useful thing. You can even schedule that to run and it'll copy files over as and when. Scripting basics. So yes, let's do some quick bit of scripting, and then we'll probably wrap it up after that. So let's get back over to our Raspberry Pi, and we're going to do some very simple shell scripting. So let's just clear our terminal. Let's go over to this view. Actually, it's a bit easier for you to see. Now, before I typed in echo, if I type in echo hello, oops, with the speech marks, hello world, which is the thing people always type when they run the first program for the first time. So echo means print to the console, echo what I've just typed. Now what we can do, before when we piped things into that grep, we can actually pipe things into a file. So if I do pipe that direction, I can say hello.sh, for example. So if I now do ls, we can see there's a hello.sh. Let's catalog what's in hello.sh, and it says hello world. So we redirected that that command echo hello world, so it just put the contents of that into that file. So it's a way of quickly creating a file with some content in there. So that's quite useful. We can edit that file using nano. So let's do nano hello sh. And let's say we want to turn this into an actual script that we can run. So let's try, we do pound and then exclamation mark, pound bang /bin/bash. So this will tell, when we run this as a script, it can see what do I need to run this from, and that comment there will say, all right, you need to run this as a bash shell script. And we can go back over here and we can type in that same thing. So echo, oops, and then in the speech marks, hello world. Let's control X out of nano. Yes, save the buffer. We're going to save it to hello.sh. And if we now look at that, we've now got hello.sh. We try and run this. What's going to happen when I type in hello.sh? It's going to say permission denied, because that isn't a shell script yet. We need to give it that execute permission. So we need to do chmod plus X and then hello.sh. So if we now do ls, you can see that's now got that green color to it, and that means we can now run that shell script and it'll say hello world. So we've created a very simple shell script. We can do some further things with shell scripts if we wanted to, such as we can use variables in there. So let's very quickly do that. Let's do nano hello.sh. Let's create a name variable. So name equals, and then let's just say Kev, like so. And then in our echo, instead of saying hello world, let's change that to $Kev, $name. And what that will do is it will substitute whatever's in the dollar variable, which we define there as Kev, and we can now save that. Yes, save the buffer, write to the file. We can then execute hello shell, and look there, it says hello Kev. It substituted that variable with the value of the variable. So that's really useful for writing simple shell scripts. We can do things like have an if statement. So if we say if square bracket space f for file, we pass in the file name, so etc pass wd, which is the name of that password file. And speech marks, space, square brackets, colon. Then we can say, let's just tab that out as well, echo the file exists, like so. Otherwise we can say, so else, and then echo the file does not exist. Like so, and then at the end we have to just say fi. It's kind of the reverse of if. Let's save that. Let's run that command, and the file exists, so that password file does exist. Now we can do other things like loops. Let's just quickly edit this and add that to the end. So let's go down here. We can say for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do, and then we can say echo iteration, $i, which is the name of that variable that we've just created there, like so. And then after do we have done. Let's just save that and run it. So you can see that iteration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's going through that loop. We can have a while loop instead, so let's go down at the very bottom of here. Let's have a while, let's have a count first. Count equals 1 with no spaces. Then we'll say while square bracket $count. So while that variable is less than equal to 5, do echo count, count is, and then $count. And then we can say count equals $count plus 1. But we just need to wrap that in some brackets so that that works properly. So we just need 2 brackets there, and then plus 1, sorry, 2 brackets there, and then done. Let's save and execute that. Oops, I've typed a bit of a boo-boo there. Let me just find that. So do we just need to have 1 bracket? Sorry, I think that might be, let's just change that. It sometimes likes spaces, it sometimes doesn't like the spaces. There we go, let's try that. There we go, count is 1. We're not incrementing the count properly. So there we go, count plus 1. It's because I've not put the dollar should actually go before the bracket, like that, because the calculation is happening within that little bracket. So there we go. And it's not liking that the operator, the less than equal to, and it's because, let's have a look, less than equal to, oh, that looked like that worked last time. I'm not sure what's going on there. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, I've got done, so that should work. Don't know. It worked when I tested that out. Okay, so I think that's everything on our shell scripting. Cool. So if you want to follow along with this, you can do that by going to, let's go over to kesrobots.com, go to the free courses, find the Linux command line course, and then you can basically just, at your own pace, learn all this kind of stuff. So pretty cool, pretty easy to follow. Right, so let's get back to our slides. You're going to get yourself one of these amazing easy links on here. And that's a really cool community, lots of people helping each other out with code, talking about the show ideas and so on. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on all the social platforms. So I'm on Threads at KevinMcAleer at threads.net. I'm on TikTok at KevinMcAleer6. On Instagram, I'm at KevinMcAleer. On X, I'm at KevsMac. On Mastodon, I'm at kevsmac at mastodon.social, and I'm on Blue Sky at kevsmac.bsky.social as well. And I post lots of pictures and videos and shorts and things on there, so definitely say hi if you follow me on there. And if you want to get your name in the end credits, like some people are going to do in a second, you can go to kesrobots.com/coffee to get all the instructions about how to get your name in the credits. You can do a super thanks, that's if you're watching this on replay and you want to sort of say thank you, a little thanks button appears and you can press that. And if you want to do a super chat, you can do that as well. That's if you're in the live stream and you just want to get a shout out, you can do that too with the little super chat button. And you can also join the YouTube membership program, which a couple of people have done. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And you can also buy a coffee if you want to through buymeacoffee.com, which is what that link is about there too. So I want to say thank you to a couple of our supporters. So here we are. We have Toxic Toad bought me a coffee this week. Roland bought 5 in the past month. Thank you so much for that, Roland. Really do appreciate it. Johnny bought me 3 coffees. We've got Ryan and Adam bought a coffee as well. Marie bought 2 coffees as well. It's about 3 weeks ago. And then members of the Buy Me a Coffee, which is like a monthly rolling thing. We have Shemi, we've got Alvaro, we've got Marie, we've got Jeff, Steve, Dean Corty, Marlene and Tom. And then on the YouTube side, we have Orcsride39, we've got Littleback, we've got Ford, is now moderator. We've now got Dale from Hybrid Robotics, we've got Paul, Johnny, Hans from Cheerlights, Stephen Cross, we've got John Paul Jolly, Astaware, Cassie, Tinkering Rocks, Johnny, we've got Michael, and we've also got Tom as well. So thank you so much for supporting the show as well. Cool, I think that's everything I've got for you guys today. Yes, it's telling me that's the end of the show. So thank you so much for watching. Check out this video over here that YouTube is going to suggest as well, and I shall see you all next time. So I'll press the stream marker button over here to just tell me that that's why I need to edit to as well. Cool, so what happened then? It just popped up and said that there's like a streaming issue, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's Restream, which I use to help with the streaming. So that's really frustrating that happened. Also means I've lost a lot of the comments that people made as well. So Ford says, today's stream was brought to you by the cat on the Kes roof messing with the Starlink. Yeah. Hey Toby, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. So yes, this was a bit of a part 2 of the part 1 stream that messed up a little bit there. So Vince is welcoming everyone back there. Yeah, I looked before, we had like over 130 people I think viewing that. Probably because it's about Linux, so that tells me something. I should probably do more of that. Did I do sudo apt remove internet? Unfortunately, no, I didn't do anything. It just told me that it stopped streaming. So there we go. Welcome back, everyone. Path to the left, concession stall to the right. Marty made it back in. Woohoo! So thanks everybody for that. So Ford says, is this the first time something like this happened? No, we've had other things like this happen. Because it's a live stream, anything can happen. A lot of the time things can like blow up, or I drop stuff, or things break. It can happen. But, you know, I love live streaming, so I remove buffer. There we go. Yes, answer trying to push in, causing issues. Way to go, Google. Face orange frowning. So no secret inside information from Raspberry Pi 6. See, like Toby jumped on. He was like, "What was that? You telling people about Raspberry Pi 6?" It was a joke. So Vince says, "I'm a YouTube Premium member, so hopefully not." No, and Ford's on Premium as well. No ads, which is good. YouTube really being flaky lately. Yeah, so I think it was more to do with so I use Restream, which is like a platform for streaming too, and then they stream to Twitch, Twitter, everywhere basically, YouTube as well. So yeah, I think the issue was with them, or possibly with like the software I'm using, the Ecamm software I use to do all the streaming. So Alex moderates everything. All right, so Alex says there are 2 streams live at the moment, monitoring both. Yeah, I'll have to check out that one, make sure. So more buffering. We're covered. Cowsay, we didn't cover Cowsay. I'll have to do an intermediate level Linux, and we can definitely include Cowsay and all the other variants of that. I just baked a bunch of chocolate chip cookies the other night. They're all gone. Glitch in the matrix. So this is as everyone's sort of joining the stream, I guess. My first stream is a moderator and goofed up so hard. The new stream will be started. Had to be started to finish off. Hoopy Food Energy is that intense. Cool. So yeah, I think we're at time now anyway. So thank you so much for bearing with me on this one. I'll probably just edit those videos together in post and re-upload the finished version of that. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me on that. I really do appreciate it. I shall see you all next time. So bye for now.